Don't go nowhere. Let me give you one. My lady. The sweetest one. I wanna touch you, baby. You're my lady, and I love you, girl. Ooh. Don't you get nowhere. I love you, I need you, I want you, babe.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I am the Lady of the Throne, where God dwells within me as me, and I am here to talk to you about what's coming up for April 2024. This is going to be your spiritual guidance for all 12 zodiac signs. So subscribe to my channel so that you can see what is coming up for your sign. I'm going to be doing Aries to Pisces, and you can watch this if you are following sidereal astrology or tropical or Western astrology. Okay, it can resonate on both sides. I do strongly recommend watching sidereal astrology because it really is more accurate, since it is the original form of astrology. However, you guys can watch whatever you want and however you would like to watch it. I just want to say thank you to all of my loyal subscribers and my family community that I have created here on YouTube as well as outside of YouTube. I know that my videos get shared all the time, and I know that you guys have access to still see things, and I really appreciate you guys for taking in the spiritual guidance and messages. Also, I want to mention that at this time, I'm going to be switching things up a little bit for the monthly guidance. I am now going to be getting a little bit away from talking about the cusp energy. I want to say that April is the last month that I have to talk about the cusp, since I don't think last year I spoke about the cusp in April. So I'm going to go over that cusp energy, but I want to bring in more energy of the moon. So I'm going to be talking a little bit more about what's going on around full moons and or new moons. Okay, so Virgo, let's get into it. All right, let's talk about what is going on here for you guys in the month of April. This is for April 2024. This is about the cusp energy. So this is the cusp between Aries and Taurus, right? So with the cusp between Aries and Taurus, we're looking at two zodiac signs who come in to bring a theme of loyalty. So that's what I like to call the cusp of loyalty, because we have Aries and Taurus who are very loyal signs. You have the Aries who's very passionate, determined, dedicated, creative, and very direct and strong-willed. You also have the Taurus who's quite stubborn, but they're also, once they make up their mind about what they want, that's just what they go with. And also, they are very loyal and patient as well. They're the ones who are able to build things really successfully because they take a very, very long time to do it. But that is really a good quality or characteristic to have when it comes to loyalty. All right, so that's the major theme for the month of April for all 12 zodiac signs. So you may find yourself in situations where you have to ask yourself, is it time for you to become loyal to someone else or something else? Or, is it time for you to shift out of something that you have been loyal to, or a person that you have been loyal to? Maybe it's time to change things, or maybe you just be asking yourself questions surrounding this topic. In the month of April, you may have to change some things. All right. So that's what I'm getting here primarily for all 12 signs. Now, there's 2 moon events in the month of April as well. We have the new moon hitting in Aries. Now, this new moon is very, very special because it is a super new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Aries, which is also the leader of the zodiac, the leader of the people, right? So you have the Aries energy taking the lead, okay, in situation. And this is an energy, right? So it's like some of you guys may take on some of this energy because it is an energy. So we have that coming up, and it's all about power. It's all about your self identity. It's all about who you are. It's all about your personal power. It is all about that. So, and it's happening on the 8th. 8 is infinity. So the possibilities and opportunities are limitless. So you do have that energy coming up. April 8th. And then later on in the month of April, you have April 23rd, which is going to be a full moon in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio comes in. They are also very loyal as well. Scorpios are also emotional beings and watery. They're in tune with their emotions as well as their intuition. So you do have a whole lot of like really, really deep and interesting energy coming through around the Scorpio full moon as well. So pay attention to the full moon, the new moon, as well as the cusp energy, which happens right around that full moon in Scorpio. So let's talk about what's going on with Virgo. So Virgo, some of you may feel that time has passed and you could feel like switching things up a bit in April. Like some type of situation has, really caught you off guard because you're like, wait, I've been doing this for so long. Or wait a minute, I've been involved in this for a long time. It's time to switch things up. It's time to make a change. It's time to stop doing certain things. It's time to let go of certain things. It's time to stop talking to certain people. It's time to let go of certain mind concepts or certain beliefs, So it is time to switch something up, and that's what you could be thinking to yourself, realizing that a fresh start is needed with your daily routine as well. So you could have like a switch up in your daily day-to-day life. You could be like, you know what? I'm done with driving to work. I'm going to start catching a train to work, getting on the subway to work, catching an Uber to work. Like, I think you guys are just tired of doing something and you're like, you know what? This is no longer going to work for me. I want to switch it up. I want to do something different. Others of you who may feel like you don't have a consistent routine every day, you may adopt one. Your first step for some of you, I could see you guys going out to get agenda books, like little tablets or agenda books, daily planners, really organizing your life the way that you want it to be, organizing your day so that it goes the way that you want it to go. Also organizing your day enough so that moving forward, yes, you have a plan, but also you are more productive and you're producing more results and calling more success in because you have a solid plan to stick to. So a lot of you guys could be doing that, or just spicing up your life overall, wanting to explore more, wanting to get out into the beautiful sunlight, wanting to get more involved in other things. Like you could be interested in community, just going out and engaging with people, networking with people, spending time hanging out, just really stepping out of your comfort zone and thriving in a different area in your life. You may find something else that better suits you than whatever it is that you've been doing for a long time. I don't care if it's a job or a career that you've been having for 30 years, for 40 years, for 50 years. Some of you just may feel in April, you know what, it really is time for a change. It's time for me to switch something up here. It's time for me to look into other areas that I may be interested in, or do other things that I may want to do. It's not just about this, or I'm not just this. I can do something different. Some of you may realize that, maybe that's just not for me. Maybe it's just not for me. Maybe I'm just not the one, maybe I'll leave that for someone else who is. But I think that you guys are like, you know what? I'm realizing now that whatever it is that I did in the past, it isn't working for me anymore. And that's how you may look at something in your life. And so you may feel the need for a positive shift, something that's going to keep you moving forward after being stuck in the same routine. All right. So pretty much in a nutshell, that is what I see as the overall theme for Virgo in April. Now, another thing that comes up is some of you guys could be connecting with someone who is born on the 13th or the 18th of a month, even someone who's born on the 4th or the 9th of a month, or maybe a life path 4, life path 9 could be significant. Could also be someone born in April or September. Just like you, it can be you who I'm talking about, or it could be somebody else that you're connecting with. Just keep in mind the little subtle hints and clues that's listed here, because this could be connecting or relating to you in some kind of way. This does talk a lot about work satisfaction overall. So you could be definitely seeking something that fulfills your soul. You could be on a search, trying to find out your own place in the world, trying to find out where do you fit in, trying to find out like what is going to be specific to you. What is it it that you can do or that you can be good at. You know, some of you guys probably got by following a lot of people, or by following paths, or by mimicking, or you know what I mean, being inspired by other people. But I think that you guys are more in an energy of like wanting to do something that's original to you, like not wanting to follow a train, not wanting to jump on a bandwagon, like realizing that you may have had a behavior pattern that you kept doing that. But in April, you're going to realize, okay, I need to find something that only I can produce and do for me, and something that I genuinely have inside of me. Like not anything that I've seen anywhere else, not anything just like a replication of the same thing. It's like let's say health and fitness, for instance. You see a lot of people getting into health and fitness, whether it's like health and fitness wear, or it's like health and fitness cooking, or YouTube videos, or Instagram reels, or TikTok. You know, it's like you see the same thing. That could be something you were interested in, but a lot of you probably got the inspiration to do it from all these places. But it's like doing the same thing. You know what I mean? It's just following a pattern. And I think you guys are really going to be having your head down, like really trying to figure out what is new and what can I do that is not doing something that everybody else has done, or that someone else has done, or that someone else is currently doing. So I think you guys are going to be thinking about things like that. Also, it could be a month where you really are in need of creating a refreshing oasis around you. What I mean by that is creating sacred spaces in your home that bring in the vibe that you want to feel every day now in your life. So, for example, if you guys are really into, let's just say tropical, for instance, I'm just using this as an example, and you love tropical weather, you love, you know, Havanas and, you know, beaches, and you just love, you know, coconut and pineapples and straw hats and swimming and water and all of that. Well, you got an extra room in your house. Some of you could be creating something like this, you know, or you could be throwing a party or a bash or an event that has something to do with this, or you could be, you know, even traveling possibly to do this, or going to spas more. But there is something where I feel like you do need to nurture yourself, or gather your strength, and just start focusing on how to be original, how to be yourself. I think that that's something that is you guys are really going to be thinking about, because you could be in a saturated you know, field where there's just a lot of competition, or the competition stiff in a particular area, and you could have, you know, had everything mapped out. But I think that you guys are like, you know what, I gotta make this unique to myself. Or I have to find something. I have to find my own passion. All right. So that's what I'm getting. A whole lot of self-development for you guys, figuring it all out. And that's all I have. Thank you. God bless.